All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let me get this off here. Thank y'all for jumping on. Drop that city and state. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We are we're the Blank Spot Sublimation Blanks and Supply Company located right outside of Columbia, South Carolina, in a little town called Casey. And what we're going to be doing today is doing an doing a recap, or what I like to call is an after action review of our first vending event. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing our shirts and our tumblers and things that we sold, so we'll know what to actually order. Because you need to know what we need to order again. So once again, guys, jumping on, dropping your city and state. Nobody stays for free. So you gotta like it and you gotta share it. That's the cost. Also, if you're on TikTok, I got a goal to meet. So I'm gonna give you this goal. I'm gonna see how close we can get to this goal. I'm dropping nuggets. So if you guys are on YouTube, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and go check out our other social media handles as we talk about this. Once again, nobody stays for free, guys. These are nuggets that we dropping, and um, we just ask that you pour into our business. You pour into our business a little bit. If either you're going to shop with us and grace us with your presence on our website, which is theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. Or you can actually give us one of these gifts that we got. Help us reach our goal on TikTok. So, um, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. And as I talk about this, this is going to probably resonate with some people who are actually doing vending events, some people who are actually looking to do some vending events, and you may not know where to get started, or how to get started. So I'm gonna share with you some of the do's and don'ts of vending. So if you are a crafter, whether you're doing it as a side hustle, hobby, or a business owner, if you're crafting, if you're making things for your business to sell, and you plan on attending certain events for this spring, there's some things that you're going to want to consider. One thing is you're going to want to consider doing your research about the event before you go out there. Once again, guys, I got my gold pen. If you guys are going to participate on the live, just ask that you guys drop a couple of them dinosaurs. That should go. Hey, I appreciate it. Drop them dinosaurs in. All right. So you want to go ahead and research the vending event, the venue. What type of audience are you going to be selling to? What type of ethnic backgrounds are you selling to? That makes a difference. Okay. You may specialize in a certain genre of products, and your products may not fit that vending event. Your products may not suit that vending event. Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. Drop those cities and states. So those are some of the first things that you want to do before you even consider participating in that vending event, because it may be something that you're not willing to do. It may be something that you have product wise that may not be popular with that local area or that local market. So you want to definitely consider researching that vending event. Where is it going to be? Um, what's the background of the vending event? Hey Valerie, thanks for jumping on YouTube. Appreciate you. Where's the event going to be? What's the history behind the event? It doesn't take a lot to go on Google and do some research about these specific events and these vending events that's going to be taking place. Okay. If you are a vendor that sells, let's say, ethnic types of designs, transfers, cups, if you're making things by hand and they're ethnic type things, if they're geared toward one specific genre of people or ethnic background, going to that particular vending event may not be beneficial to you. So you want to be mindful of that. You want to research the area, who can possibly be there, and then you're also going to want to research what you probably should be selling, because everything is not for everybody. Okay, everything's not for everybody. So if y'all just jumping on, if you're just jumping on, I'm just going to be sharing our experiences from my perspective. I'm sure my wife got a different perspective from what she viewed this weekend, because we did a 2-day event. So if y'all don't know, we were in Augusta, Georgia on Saturday and Sunday. This past Saturday and Sunday, we went to Augusta, Georgia for a 2-day vending event at the mall. And a lot of people probably would not have even considered doing an event at a mall because, once again, I hate to sound businessy. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Grand Rising. I hate to sound businessy, but some people only go to vending events in hopes to make money. But our plan when we went to this vending event, which is number 2 that I'm going to talk to you about, I want to talk to you about the number 2 part of the vending event is you should have a plan going into it before you sign up, before you pay any of those vendors' fees. You should know why you want to attend that vending event. You should know why you want to attend that vending event. Let me see what we got. Vaughn said, I love the quality of my shirts. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. You know, we aim to please. You should know what your what you want to get out of that vending event. Going into that vending event, are you going just because you want to make money? Are you going because you want to get your business out there? Are you going because you want to network? Why are you wanting to go to these vending events? So you got to know that, because unrealistic expectations can and will lead a lot of people to quitting. I heard a lot of individuals out there, because we did a little round robin, introduced ourselves to a couple of the other vendors, and a lot of the vendors were disappointed because of the outcome, because of the turnout of the people that were there, didn't show up. They were disappointed in the turnout. But which leads me to the next thing. You want to be able to understand that it is your responsibility. If you are the business owner, if you are the crafter, if you're the person that's actually vending, it's your responsibility to advertise. Now, it's not just the responsibility of the person that's hosting the event to bring people out there, but it's also your responsibility to advertise to your customers, to your followers, to anybody who may be in that area that you're going to be in that location. Whether you have current customers in that location or not, it's your responsibility as an individual, as a business, to advertise yourself. It's not just the ownership or the responsibility of the person that's hosting the event, because they can drive all the traffic they want, but if you're not tagging the event while you're posting, if you're not finding that event on Facebook or whatever social media platform that they have, if you're not following them and tagging and doing posts, then the turnout can impact the turnout for you, especially if you tag them with a small video or a couple of pictures of some of the items that you're gonna have. Okay, so do your research on the vending event. That's number 1. You want to do your research on the vending event. You want to do your you want to advertise your vending event, and you also want to know what type of items you should be sharing at that vending event. So guys, once again, I'm sharing some nuggets today. When I come on here, my goal is to market my business. So we are the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and supply company. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina. We sell sublimation blanks, sublimation supplies to include our own sublimation paper, our own sublimation ink. We have our sublimation t-shirts, TBS shirts. We have heat tape, which is fantastic. It's fantabulous. We have a variety of tumblers, drinkware, shot glasses, 15, 20, 30, and 40 ounce tumblers. We have kids tumblers. We have all types of other things, bags, license plates, keychains. We have graduation items, all those things. So when I'm on here today, I want you guys to do me this solid, okay? If you're on TikTok, participate in helping me to meet my goal. I appreciate you guys. And then if you're on YouTube, I ask that you guys share the video. You can share the video with your other friends that may be interested in some of the conversations that we have, and that will help to support us and also keeps me talking, because if you're getting value out of the information that we're sharing, then you definitely want to keep us talking. Okay, you definitely want to keep us talking. So recap real quick. We're doing a recap on our first vending event of 2024. We were at the Augusta Mall at the the town, what was it? The township, baby? Hometown. I'm sorry. Hometown vending event. Hometown vending event in Augusta, Georgia at the Augusta Mall. Now, do me a favor, guys. Type a number one. Type a number one. I'm not looking for new people right now, but type a number one if you would attend a vending event at a mall. Type a number two if you feel like it just might be a waste of time. Number one, I'd try it out. Number two, it just might be a waste of time. Victoria says, I have. Okay. Any more number ones? I would attend a vending event at a mall. Okay, Cheryl said yes. She would. Kind of helps me to check the temperature out of the people that I'm talking to, the audience that I'm talking to. Valerie says yes. Delight says yes. Seamless. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, anybody thinks that it would be a waste of time as far as there's other stores out in the mall, competition, disruptions, distractions? Anybody feel like it'd be a waste of time? Okay. Okay. So now, when you go to that vending event, once again, research the actual event. Find out how long it's been going on. Find out where you are, that vicinity. Look at the demographics. It's not going to take long. Okay. Then you want to know, research the event, then check out the demographics, number two. Then you want to know how you can start advertising about that vending event. Social media. Okay. Social media. Facebook is not going to go anywhere. Most people are going to have Facebooks. Most of these event hosts and coordinators are going to have Facebook. So make sure you follow that vending event page. Make sure you follow that vending events page. And then from there, you can start to add, you can start adding posts and tagging them so people can know that you specifically are coming. Now, what I did see at this vending event, we were in a location in the mall, and there were some things that probably got changed at the last minute. Grand Rising Latrice, thanks for jumping on. There's some things that got changed at the last minute. Hey, Christine, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. There's some things that got changed at the last minute, and I'm not going to go into the particulars, but you have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to adjust. Now, the next thing is, how are you setting up your area? How are you setting up your area? That's going to be important. You want to set your area up in the way that you can attract your customers, inviting them in to see your products. So, are you set up? Are you set up? Do you have the equipment? Do you have the items, the tables? Do you have we went out, and my wife, she went and bought these wire stands, and we have these. I'm not telling you guys that you have to go do this, but we have these half mannequins. We have these half mannequins that we're displaying our shirts on. Not to say that you have to do this, okay? But this is what we did. And we set up our display in an inverted horseshoe, so people could come in and actually walk into the area, so they can actually see all the things. Can I order pre-made sheets for tumblers? Yes, so you can order custom. You can order custom, Christine. If you want, you can order your own custom tumbler wraps if you like. Remember, this is sublimation, so there's going to be sublimation transfers. Or you can actually order ready to ship items. If you go to our printing and transfer services and then look at the ready to ship sublimation transfers, you can actually do that. A lot of people do. They have the wooden shelves that they put their cups on. They have their tables. They're laid out. They have their wooden tables. They have the wooden shelves, and they have whole, nice little setups. So it makes it easier for people to shop. Now, one thing that I will say that we did was we had a discounted side where we had some oopsies on some tumblers, and we had a side to where we had our regular prices. Now, here's something else that's important, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. If you're going to a vending event, your actual prices for your items, you may not want to have the same prices that you would charge on your website or however you're doing business on a regular day. You may not want to charge the same prices. You may want to have an event price. So what my wife did was she created a price list, an event price list. We know what our custom items are going for. And if you guys want to go to our website, if you want to go to tbscustoms.shop where we sell our custom items, you can see that our custom items are going for a certain amount. Well, when we go to our vending events, we drop those prices. We slash those prices. We let them know, hey, this is what it normally costs. But for today or for the event, we're slicing this price down to this because everybody wants to feel like they're getting a deal. Right or right? Y'all double tap that screen if this is making sense. Double tap that screen if you guys are getting some value. Give me some shares, y'all. Give me some shares. We should be up to at least about 25 or 30 shares right now because I know for a fact that there are some new people on here. I know that there are some veterans on here, but I know for a fact that there are some new people on here that are getting some value out of this. And these are some of the questions that people should be asking and should be getting answered, in my opinion. But we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know what we don't know. So if you're getting some value out of this, cool, great. If you're not and you already know all these things, that's fine too. But we changed our prices for the vending event. And it proved to be beneficial. It proved to be beneficial because we got more sales. Nobody wants to feel like they're paying full price. Just be honest. Everybody likes to feel like they're getting a deal. So for these events, you may want to consider dropping your prices, okay? Hey, Michelle Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on, and thank you. You want to drop those prices. Something that's going to not hurt you. You still want to make a profit, but you also, your goal, your ultimate goal should be to get customers and then clients. Your goal should not just be to go out there and sell to get your vending feedback. Oh man, I probably just lost a whole bunch of people just now. I lost a whole bunch of people just now, y'all. Your goal while going to these vending events, if your goal is to go out there and make a lot of money at this vending event and say, hey, you know what? I'm successful. I'm at least successful if I've gotten my money back. Oh man, that should not be your goal. Because I want to ask you guys a question. And I shared this with some of the vendors out there right now. Let me ask y'all a question. Type a number 3 in the comments. Type a number 3 in the comments if you do not pay for social media ads. Type a number 3 in the comments if you do not pay for paid ads. Whether it's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you do not pay for ads. Type a number 3 in the comments. I'm going to share something with y'all. Devon, they said they wanted me to talk about this stuff. I'm going to talk about it, but they got to participate and be about it, Cheryl. They got to participate. If you're not paying for ads and your vending fee is $75 for one day, you just paid for ads. You just paid for social media marketing. Somebody prove me wrong. You just paid for social media marketing. That's what you just paid for. You just invested in your business. So now I just paid for social media marketing. Now how am I going to market? What type of marketing material am I sharing? What type of marketing material am I sharing with the customers, whether they purchase something or not? Do I have something to give them that says, I am tbscustoms.shop? Do I have something to give them that says, go check out our website? Do I have something to give them that says, hey, this is me? Do I have that? You are marketing. And while you're marketing, while you're out there on the grind and you're marketing, you're telling people that here I am. Hey, I'm open. I'm not, listen, we're living in Columbia, South Carolina, for those of you who don't know. And we went to Augusta, Georgia. Now, that's not a far trip. That's not a long trip. That's like, an hour and 10 minutes. But we're in another state marketing our business. So how many of you guys, if you're not paying for ads, when you go to these vending events, if you're not paying for ads, you're technically marketing your business. So Valerie says she's not understanding. Okay, so let me break it down. There's a way that you can pay for ads on Facebook. Okay, Facebook has this whole calculation where it has the opportunity to boost those ads and it gets to different people. Maybe you will get to the people that like your products. Maybe you won't. But when you go to a vending event, you have a better opportunity to do a face-to-face with people and introduce yourself to people. So how many business cards you hand out? How many names did you get? Because that's the next thing. Hey, Lamar, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. How many names did you get on your clipboard when they signed in so you can get their information? That is marketing. So you're paying as you go into these vending events. If your only desire is to make money at these vending events, you're not in business. And before y'all get upset and say, hey, don't tell me what I am or what I'm not, I said what I said. I said what I said. If your only desire is to go out there and just make money, you just hustling. And you can do that on the job. But you have to think about it like this. I'm going out there and I'm planting seeds. I'm planting seeds for the future. Because we didn't make thousands of dollars while we were out there. Okay? But what we did was we handed out a lot of cards. We got a lot of information. And just with the business owners alone, we got their contact information and some potential customers, because if you don't know, we do some unique things here. Not everybody can press a wide or large format print. Okay? Not everybody can print or press large format. We can do that. So when they saw our tablecloth, the TBS Customs tablecloth, everybody was just amazed. Now we got a couple of customers that are interested in purchasing a tablecloth. So maybe we didn't sell as much as we wanted to sell on site, but now we have some people who want to do business with us. You feel me? You feel me? So this is one of the things that we have to understand, because remember, there's a large amount of crafters out here right now who are struggling to make a sale. It's 6 days into March. May. 6 days into May. And somebody has not made a sale in the month of May. Somebody has not made a sale in the month of May. You don't have to put your hands up. It's not that important. But somebody has not made a sale in the month of May. But then we have the opportunity to invest in our business to get in front of new customers, new potential customers, new faces. These faces haven't seen you on Facebook. They haven't seen you on TikTok or Instagram. They haven't seen you. So these are new potential customers. And you mean to tell me that you don't want to go out to these vending events with hopes of actually meeting new people? Seeds will not grow unless you plant them. Seeds will not grow unless you cultivate and prepare the ground. Seeds will not grow unless you water them. You got to do your part. So I'm going to pause for the calls. Like I said, every time I come on here with the intention of marketing our business. It's not necessarily about me having a hard sell, telling you, hey, buy my stuff. But we are a sublimation blanks and supply company. We're a business. And if you guys are interested in sublimation blanks, supplies, if you're looking for sublimation transfers, if you're looking for screen print transfers, spot.com. And we're here to serve the community. If you're new to business, that's our website and that's our email. If you're new to business, definitely check us out. Definitely check us out. Yes, we do sell children's shirts. We do sell children's shirts. I'm not, baby. My wife said, do not answer that phone. We're not open yet. Let's see. Rob says, you're so smart. You play chess while playing checkers. Yeah, you have to strategize. You have to strategize. Wow, God must be speaking to me this morning. Sunday preaching, and then I just heard Christian music. And now I do sublimation. You do sell kids shirts. Appreciate you. Let's see. Thanks for the information about the vending. This has helped me change my mindset. Well, thank you. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. I take that into consideration. We're giving classes right now, Koki. We're giving classes right now. You can subscribe to our TikTok and never miss another event. You can go to our YouTube as well and subscribe there. Also, guys, don't forget. We got a goal here. Some people have participated. Appreciate y'all. Anybody who shops today, I'm going to give out some free transfers with your packages. So if you're shopping today, it's on the website. Jefferson said you also do sublimation. Okay, that's what's up. So those are some things I wanted to talk to you about. What happened this weekend and how it went. Most people, what's the first question? What's the first question that somebody asks you after a vending event? Deborah, how you doing? After a vending event, what's the first question that most people ask you? Anybody? What's the first question that most people ask after a vending event? Anybody want to tackle that one? How did you do? What do they mean? Southern Crafter, how you doing? Is that eyeballs? I know it does. I'm just keeping it calm. So P's for you. What do you think they mean? How much you make? Absolutely. The question is, what is the first thing that people ask when you come from a vending event? What's one of the first things they ask? That's right, Deborah. They saying, how did you do? But they really want to know, how much money did you make? If we base our success in our business by how much money we make, people gonna keep on quitting. You feel me? And that's something that you're gonna have to grow to understand. You're gonna have to grow to understand that. I can't make you understand what I just said. You're gonna have to grow to understand that part. Because the money is not made overnight. Money is not made overnight. Profits are not made overnight. Sales are made, but just because you made a sale, that doesn't mean that you made a profit. So they want to know how you did, because they're basing your success off of how much money you made. Was there a big turnout at the event? That's another question that people ask. And I believe there was. But yes, that's another question. Always get emails at the show. Absolutely. I just did a vending event this weekend. The Taste of Beaufort. Okay. How did you like it? Let me see. Agree. That's why it's important to be passionate about what you do. Now I'm a business owner. I don't believe that it's just passionate. It's best to be passionate about what you do. I believe that it's best to understand how business works. So I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that one. But we up for sharing opinions. I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that one. It's great to be passionate about what you do, but passion don't pay the bills. It's always great to understand how business works. If we understand that if I'm going to a vending event, that I need to research the area, I need to research the event, I need to research the background of the people. I need to, if I'm selling ethnic things, I can't go to a low country, I can't go to a low country event in South Carolina around a lot of South Carolinians who don't understand or respect or appreciate or not gonna like Black history stuff. If all I'm selling is ethnic items, if all I'm selling is ethnic items to my ethnic background, and that's my thing, I can't go to one of those events and saying, hey, here's my stuff, buy it, and then get mad because people are not buying it. If I'm going to participate in that event, I have to make sure that I have things that people are going to want to buy. You got to know where you're going. You got to know the territory that you're traveling to. That's so important. That's so important. And with that being said, I'm now going to tell you what we sold more of. Would y'all like to know what we sold? The majority of our items? Would y'all like to know what we sold and what we didn't sell? Because here, we're in Augusta. We're at the Augusta Mall. I'm not from Augusta, but I was stationed in the military at Augusta. Grand Rising, Wakita, thanks for jumping on. And I know that there's a lot of military people out there, a lot of younger kids out there. But also Augusta is a southern area. It's a southern area, okay? And I know from day one, we learned that we had to adjust some of the things that we were doing. So on day one, we had a lot of graphic transfers displayed in plain sight. That was on day one. Not a bad thing, but on day one, we had a lot of graphic transfers displayed. But on day one, guess what we sold most of? Word art. We mainly sold word art, specifically our inspirational Christian items. That's what we sold. We sold a lot of our screen print transfers. We sold a lot of our AI that had AI transfers with inspirational verbiage on it, inspirational sayings on it. That's what we sold. We sold a lot of discounted tumblers. That's always, discounted things are always going to sell. So a lot of that. But the market, that target audience there was calling for, they were calling for word art. Remember, It was the weekend before Mother's Day. It was the weekend before Mother's Day. So we sold a lot of cups that had to do with Mother's Day. We sold a lot of shirts, a lot of apparel that had to do with, inspirational saying for moms. We sold a lot of mom shirts. Do it all I made. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. So guys, if you guys are just jumping on, my name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, right outside of Columbia and Casey. We are a sublimation blanks and supply warehouse. We sell an array of different items in this area. We are open to the public. You can shop online and pick up in store. When you shop with us, you're going to know that we have quality because you can go to our YouTube channel and see all of the items that we have sublimated since we've been in business. We sublimate everything at least once to make sure it is good quality. We don't give tutorials, but we do offer demonstrations about our products and our services. So if you guys would like to see demonstrations, you can go to our YouTube channel, check us out. It is the Blank Spot. I'm talking about doing a recap of this weekend of the event that we attended in Augusta, Georgia. This was a hometown vending event that took place in Augusta, Georgia at the Augusta Mall. And just giving some I guess it's called, for the military, we call it an after action review. But I'm giving an after action review of what we did and how we adjusted. So let's see. When deciding to participate in a vending event, what's your determining factor? That's a great question. Well, for us, we first thing we do, we look at the location. We look at the location as far as distance. We look at the distance first. That's the first thing. If it's within a certain amount of time, we only have the weekend. The Truth, how you doing? Grand Rising. Appreciate you. We look at the distance to see if it is feasible. We look at if we're going to have to spend the night, because something can happen. Anytime something can happen. The question was, once again, when deciding to participate in a vending event, what's your determining factor? So that's the question I'm answering right now. So you have to consider the distance, but you also want to consider the area. We did an event last year in Lithonia, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Lithonia. That's outside of Atlanta, but it's a smaller area. It's a more rural area. It was a nice event. We met a lot of people. We met a lot of contacts. It was a more rural area, small little area, small town, not country, but just a little rural. Excuse me. And we set up, and they had a whole street lined up with vendors and stuff like that, and we did well there. But we had to investigate and know that it was a rural area. We had to know. We went with the theme. Of the event, and that's some of the things you think about. Another determining factor is how long that event has been around. Many people won't go to support an event that is their first or second year. That's not a good thing to do. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter which year that event is in, because it's almost best to gain access to that event when it's first getting started, when it's not really that popular, because you now have the ability to get access to the host of the event. You have access to different vendors, and you guys you're able to make build a network like that, in my opinion. The other thing is, I do think about the cost. Y'all, you see I did cost last, right? I did cost last. And it's not because we got a lot of money. It's not that. But we consider cost last. The first, when my wife said, hey, I'm considering doing this vending event, and we talk about it, I don't ask her, well, how much does it cost? I ask her, where it's at? What's the location? Because now I'm looking at the people. Are the people going to come out? Is this something that they will come out to because maybe it's a smaller town like Lithonia and they don't have any other things to do, so they'll come out to these events. That's good. That's a good thing. All right. But we don't look at the cost first. We look at the event, the location, we look at the distance, and then we look at, how much of an investment it's going to be. If we have to stay, all that goes into the cost of the investment. We didn't plan on staying this weekend. We were going to drive back because it's just an hour and a half, but we decided to stay because it was an all-day event. We got there, setup was at 9 Saturday morning, and teardown was at 8. And we were actually going to come back to Columbia, but we decided to stay. That was a little added cost because we got a room, but it wasn't that much more of a cost because had we driven back, that would have been gas. So it kind of weighs out. Any more questions? Any more questions? Let's see. What kind of paper do you use when you're sublimating an all-over shirt? So we're using our paper, the blank spot sublimation paper. We just order it in a larger roll. So all the transfers that you guys get, off of our large format printer, it's the same paper that you're buying in the 100 packs. So we're talking about the event. True Prince, what's going on, man? Would you go again next year? Oh, absolutely. We're actually looking to collaborate with her, with the coordinator. She has some things going on in between our other events. So I absolutely would go. It's an opportunity. Once again, our goal for our business. Our goal for our business is not the same as other people. And the funny part about it is, what a lot of people don't understand is, when we were out there selling tumblers, t-shirts, purses, wallets, mugs, overnight bags, when we were selling these things, people actually thought that that's what we did. They thought that that's what we did. That's not what we do. That's what we do at vending events. If we were to go to a supplier vendor event, if we were to go to a wholesale supplier vending event, then of course we pack our truck up with all of our paper, with all of our shirts, with all of our ink, with all of our heat tape, and all of our tumblers. We pack it up. But these events, people want to buy items. They want to buy finished items. So people actually thought that we were crafting. They thought that that's what we were doing. Okay. And some of the people that were out there making items, sublimating like we were able to give them samples of our paper, introduce ourselves as wholesale suppliers. So that was something great because we got an opportunity to meet people who use our products. What size paper should be purchased for the 18 by 30 print if I'm using the 15 by 15 press? Well, P's for you. If you want an 18 by 30 print, we only have one option. That's a 44 by 40 gang sheet. Roslyn, Grand Rising. That's the only option because, I mean, the 18 by 30 is not going to fit on the 13 by 40. It's not going to fit on the 24 by 24. So the only option is going to be the 44 by 40 inch gang sheet. Or 44 by 40 inch gang sheet. But just know that if you decide to make that order, you can put as many images on that gang sheet as you want. how many 18 by 30 can you get on that gang sheet? Well, I would actually multiply that. I would actually multiply that. 18 times 2 and then 30 times 30. That's how many you're gonna be able to get on there. So my guess will be one, but you will figure that out once you open it up and you open up our software. And that's for any transfer guys that you want to order on the gang sheet. Once you open that up and check out that software, you'll be able to upload your image and you'll be able to size it inside of our design software, and you'll be able to see how many of your images will fit inside that gang sheet. Grand rising to you too. It's Miss Tyler. Appreciate you for jumping on. Happy Nurses Week to yourself. Oh, happy Nurses Week, everybody. Happy Nurses Week. Stevie, what's going on? Grand rising. I hope that helped piece for you. So, y'all, we do have some nurse transfers, sublimation transfers on our website. If you guys are interested, you can get to some nurse sublimation transfers for Nurses Week. I don't know if it's too late, you know. Tracy, Grand Rising, been a minute. How you been? Just sharing some experiences and going over some of the things, going over some of the things that we experienced this weekend at our first vending event of 2024. I'm sure my wife would have more to add if she was here. She's busy right now taking care of some other things in the business, but we actually do this ourselves. It was really well. We met a lot of people. We sold some items. We got some contacts. It was cool. And we got out of the office. So that's always a plus. But I'm sure she would have some more information to add because she probably saw some things I didn't see. But we do talk about these things after the event. That's another thing. It's important that you talk about it after the event. If you are going with somebody, it's always good to talk to someone about the event afterwards. Get contact information from other people. If they offer you the opportunity to get into a group chat about the event, express your opinions and your concerns. Another awesome day, Stevie. Another great day. Also, if you are by yourself in these events, it's important that you write down some pros to the events and then some things that either you yourself could improve on or something that you would probably like to see happen differently. That's something that you could do for your next event. Patricia, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. Nobody wants to go to an event and then not learn from it. You shouldn't anyway. So I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, to answer any questions that anybody may have about vending, the do's and the don'ts to vending. One thing I did not say is that there are a lot of introverts out there. There are a lot of introverts out there, people who you're not really a people person, right? You may not be a real people person, and that's okay. But you have to figure out how to be a situational extrovert. When the situation calls for it, you have to be able to talk to people. So I recommend you practice this. You practice what you're going to say. You practice an introduction. Okay? I learned not from vending and talking to someone. Yeah. You wanna practice your introduction. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. You want to practice your introduction. That's going to be important because people are going to want to know what you do, and you want to also practice what I call the 5 to 7 foot rule, a 5 to 7 paces rule. If somebody is passing by your event, If somebody makes eye contact, you speak. That's something that we don't do on social media. So you don't want to make that a habit in person. A lot of people come into these rooms and they just start talking, or there'll be like a lot of people on the outside of the room. They don't say anything until you say something they don't like, and then they'll communicate with you. So you got to learn how to communicate with people in this industry, because you have potential customers. A warm, inviting smile, a warm greeting will go a long way. Okay, it's not just that you're trying to get people's money, but you want to get their attention. I went to an event where I intended on being a vendor, and one takeaway was just to make things. It's not just about what you like; it's about what people will buy, and that's what we talked about earlier, Tracy. We talked about knowing what that market area is. Okay, but you think about this: if somebody comes within so many feet of your space, if they're passing by, give them the greeting of the day, and then invite them in. Would you like to come in and check out our items? We're local vendors. Our business is X, Y, and Z. This is what we provide. We'd love to show you what we have. That's really quite easy. It's really quite simple, but you may have to practice it. One thing that we would do more of is we would probably, because we had our table sitting back so people can walk in, but as people would come up, I would just go and address them. So if there was a way, because sometimes space does not permit, but if there was a way that we could put a table up front and still have all our stuff out there, it'd be great. Walk away from the tents that don't. Yeah. So it's big. People will pass. So it's not the customer's responsibility to engage with you. That's another thing. Why do you think I'm on social media all the time? You think I like being on social media all the time? This is where the customers are. And if my business is calling for me to be on social media, whether I like it or not, this is what I'm going to do. We've met so many people on social media that if we had waited for local customers to come and shop with us, we'd be out of business. We'd be out of business. That's the truth. People think that if you have a brick and mortar, you got it made. You still got to drive traffic to that brick and mortar. So you may not have a brick and mortar. You may not have a website. You still have to drive traffic to people. You have to drive people to you. You have to drive them to you. It rained at our event on Saturday. I invited people to come into our tent out of the rain and sold to them. Yeah, and that's one of the warm gestures that people like. Let me see. See, I always make sure to speak even if they don't speak back. Absolutely, because it's not a popularity contest. It's you out there selling yourself. Big facts. Can't wait on locals. How many events is enough, and how many are too many? That's going to deal with you personally. So the question was, how many events are enough, and how many is too many? Let me ask you a question, Donna. Do you work a full-time job? Got to wait on Donna to answer me. Not anymore. Okay. So when you worked a full-time job, how many hours, how many days of going to work, or how many hours of you working was enough? I want you to think about it like that. If you're not generating enough revenue for your business, that means that, and you don't have a brick and mortar. Let's say you don't have a brick and mortar, you don't have a storefront, and you're not generating enough revenue for your business through your website, through social media, through whatever you're doing. Vending events can be stressful and they can be hectic, but it's another way of bringing money into your household, into your business. So you can start off, maybe if you can stomach it, 2 events a month. I know people who do events all weekend. I know people who do several events a month. But I don't believe that there's enough vending events until you have gotten enough customers to sustain your business is when I feel like you can peel back on some of these engagements because you're not going out. Once again, if you guys didn't hear me, your intention should not be to go out to make a bunch of money. We hope to make money, but for the business owners, if you're doing this purely to make money, you're going back to get a job. Yeah, it is a lot of work, Stevie. But I wanted to make that clear that people think that because you have a brick and mortar, you automatically have business. You still got to drive the traffic to it. So whether you have a brick and mortar, whether you have a website or not, whether you're doing it on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, you're doing text messages, you still got to drive people to your business, which means you're still going to have to advertise some type of way. Going to vending events is just another option to get out there, but it helps you to meet people that you would not have ordinarily met. And that's why a lot of people are not really savvy about how to talk to or how to address people about their business or what they're doing. It's challenging. It's supposed to be. If it wasn't, then everybody would do it. If it wasn't challenging, then everybody would do it. It's supposed to be challenging. So I don't know your numbers, Donna. I don't know your numbers, but only you are going to be able to tell how much is enough and how much is too much. Of course, you don't want to work yourself to a frenzy. You want to balance what you do, especially if you're doing it by yourself. You want to balance what you're doing. But getting out there and not just waiting for the major events, because waiting on the major events sometimes means major money, and you may not have that major money to invest. I just did my first craft event. A lot of people didn't know about me. I'm not good with marketing. Lavish designs. Are you good with speaking? You need do you personally, I'm asking, oh, okay, hold up, King. I'm trying to read this. Is it personally know if there are major events with all people in the industry this year? There's always something going on. Look for expos. Go to Eventbrite and look for expos. There's always some of the same events in the same area, like the GBX expos. I can't think of them right now because I'm still learning this industry. My wife knows a lot of them. But there's lots of expos that take place like in Las Vegas, Los Angeles. There's one on the East Coast in Jersey. Let's see. I love vending. The fleur de lis is on my tent, and being Army veteran speaks to convo. Yeah, you got to do something that's going to be a conversation piece. That's something you're gonna have to work on. I mean, unless you're gonna read people's minds and they're gonna read your mind, being shy, I mean, closed mouths don't get fed. So, it's probably the expense. New York is expensive, man. They taxing everything. So lavish designs, you got to work on your presentation. You want to consider working on your presentation. Because if not, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself using, man, I'm shy, and somebody else is going to take your potential customers. It's that Corey Cardone's Grand Rising. Done a few events. I've been asked if I have a website. Do you feel websites are fully necessary? Yeah. If you listen, hands down. Now it's gonna be some people. Matty Bell, how you doing? Grand Rising. It's gonna be some people that disagree with me, but you ask me, so I'm gonna tell you what I think. All right. I do think that if you're gonna be doing this on a regular basis and you have turned this into a job, if you turn this job into a business, You should have a website. I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted with the amount of people who are talking about, if this is my passion and I love it, and you got a business, but you have not taken it to the next level of professionalism to host a website. Listen, let me tell you what a website does. A website is a system that when properly put in place will allow your business to run more smoothly. Now, you may not agree with what I'm saying, and that's absolutely fine. However, the question was asked, did I think that a website was necessary? If you're going to be running and operating a business, yes. Because I personally don't have time to be answering messages. You got to have some type of system in place. Even if you do a one-page landing page or something, you got to have something that's going to track your items. But if you don't want to do that, don't. But don't wonder why things are not going the way that I want them to go. And I'm still living in an age to where I'm either trying to save money or I haven't decided just yet if I want to do this for real or not. You say you used to be shy, but after your first event, you learn to open your mouth? Yeah, because closed mouths don't get fed. But see, here's the thing. We had this conversation the other day. I had this conversation with a couple other business owners. And true enough, websites are not for everybody. Websites are not for everybody. But you got to have some type of web presence. You go to a vending event. And you have other customers. And customers are, all right, Nick the Barber, I got you. We'll check it. You have other customers that's hitting you up on Facebook Messenger. Do you have somebody to open up your Facebook Messenger? Somebody helping you with your marketing? I mean, I want to know. That's a great question, but I want y'all to think about this. If you're the everything in your business, don't you think you should have some systems in place? That wasn't a rhetorical question. Once again, if you are doing everything in your business, do you feel like you should have some systems in place? I've been talking for a little while now. We haven't met our goal yet. Hold on for a second. I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Steve, I appreciate y'all over on social media, on YouTube supporting us. Y'all still on here. I'm gonna have to get off of TikTok and go back over here on YouTube, y'all. That's the question, y'all. Do you feel like that you should have systems in place? Because if you don't, are you really operating a proficient business? Business is about being proficient, right? It's about being effective. It's about being effective. Once you have been doing this, thank you, I appreciate it. Once you have been doing this for several months, years, you got to ask yourself, am I doing this just because I'm emotionally attached to it? Or am I doing this because I want to turn this into something that's profitable? You got to ask yourself that. I do a lot for my company, but I feel like I need the extra help to get more done. Let's see, it's TikTok deleting friends. I've been following y'all for now. I don't know if it is or not. And I know you have been following us for a while. It could be. I might have made TikTok mad. I know I ain't enemy number one, but I might have made them mad. Ain't no telling, man. There's no telling. But hey, listen, guys, I want y'all to think about this. Just a quick recap. If you want to grow your business, if you want to grow your operation, I want y'all to think about this. If you do not have a brick and mortar, which a lot of people won't have, if you don't have a website, which obviously a lot of people don't have, attending vending events Nothing holding you back from attending a vending event. Even if you work in a full-time job and you don't have those other obligations, attending a vending event is going to only draw traffic to your business. Now, once you decide to attend that vending event, you want to do some research, excuse me, on the event. How long has it been around? What are they promoting? What's their theme? Because you can create products based off their theme. You want to check out the local area, check out the types of people that are going to be around. Then you want to make sure that you know how you're going to put your setup. How's your setup going to be? You want to make sure of that. And you want to make sure that you're able to get people's information some type of way, manually or otherwise. Get the information. Once you get the information, you have contacts. You got to send them something. Network with the other business owners while you're there. Go out and talk to the customers. Walk around the vending events. Have your business cards. Tell people to come back and check your booth out. Things like that. Expo events in my area. That's what I would do. I would see what type of expo events are in my area. What type of crafting expo events are in my area. I would start right there. But hey, guys, listen, thank y'all for jumping on. Thank y'all for helping me reach our goal. Appreciate you, Tracy, and everyone else. I appreciate you guys. We're going to be on again later on today. I got to finish this inventory because we have to reorder some shirts. And we have to get ready for our next event, which is Saturday. We're going to be at the Cola Jazz Fest. I think I'm saying it right. The Cola Jazz Fest right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Once again, the Cola Jazz Fest right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Are the shirts on sale? Not anymore. You missed the sale, but they are still great shirts and great prices. So everything's reasonably priced. Go to our website. And now, are you talking about Tia? Are you talking about completed shirts? Or are you talking about blank shirts? Teresa, thank you. We still got to connect. I know you're busy, but we got to get this thing together. I know you want to get to that next spot. So yeah, the blanks shirts went off sale this past weekend. Sunday was the last day. Actually, Saturday was the last day, but they're still great quality and great prices. So take advantage of them. You can go right here to theblankspot.com. Check out our sublimation shirts. To the people who are on YouTube and Facebook, thank y'all for hanging in there with me. I sometimes inadvertently ignore y'all because the questions are being asked right here. But I appreciate you guys for supporting us as always. If you guys are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go to the Blank Spot. The Blank Spot, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when we go live. And when we throw our little videos out there, we like that information to be shared with everyone. We'll be back on later on today as we got some other things going on. But I appreciate you guys. Have a great day on purpose. Be great on purpose. This is Monday, guys. This is 6 days into the fifth month of the year. We're in the second quarter. You got to ask yourself, am I doing what I said I was going to do last year? Last year I said I was going to do something this year. Am I doing it now? And if I'm not, let's get started. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I see everybody at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.